Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am absolutely loving being back on YouTube and having my new channel, but anyway, I digress already. I do love a ramble. I thought, seeing Halloween is coming up this week, it would be really cool to do some scary stories from Reddit. So I hopped on over there and I went to some of the different sections, and we have, from the real scary stories, we have somebody asking the question: has anyone experienced anything paranormal with dolls? And that freaks me out to no end. So let's read some of those stories. We're starting off with somebody called I Wish I Was Lying. When I was a little girl, 6 or 7, I had a shelf on my wall that faced my bed. On this shelf were about 5 lined up Barbie dolls. I always felt their stare on me as I was trying to go to sleep, and couldn't stop feeling as though someone was actually watching me. This feeling became so overwhelming that I started to ask my mum to turn the Barbie dolls' heads around so I couldn't see them. This worked for a bit, until I woke up to the same intense feeling and watched as each individual Barbie's head moved towards me. I hid under the covers and woke up hours later to them still facing me. Every night I would ask my mum to turn their heads back around, only to wake up the next morning and see their eyes staring back at me. My parents passed it off as me having a wild imagination and messing around with them, and disregarded my concerns. After countless nights, I had finally decided to destroy the dolls, even cutting up their hair and drawing on their faces for causing me such fear. Little did I know that this would only make them angrier. It took form in many different items around my house, ranging from stuffed animals to porcelain trinkets. Growing up, I experienced many instances of these dolls turning towards me, but none as intense as this moment. Wow. We don't even have an update on this. Everybody's like, we need an update. What's happening? Did you ever find her? Nope, she's still gone or hiding. Somebody called Arkansas Palmetto 2 years wrote, antique ventriloquist doll ran across the floor down the hall. I smashed the doll into pieces and threw it away. Okay, that is creepy as anything. Judo Jackie Boy wrote, my family came out to the city to sleep at my uncle's house. It was during Christmas and I got to sleep in my cousin's room on a mattress between both beds. They had a Teddy Ruxpin doll that, when turned on, spoke and moved his eyes and lips. Ugh, honestly, they just creep me, the ones that talk and their eyes move. The doll would start moving its lips and eyes without a tone turning it on. I would hear the sounds of the mechanism and open my eyes to see the doll moving its mouth and eyes. Oh, I feel ill. It was really creepy sleeping there. Many odd things always happened there. Is that it? Is that the whole story? I want more. I want more. Brown Eyed Girl 167 says, so when I was about 6 or 7, I went to the mall with my mum. It was an outdoor mall mainly. We went to where the fountain was, as most kids loved running around and playing there. And as I was running around, I found a clown puppet with strings like a marionette. Oh, marionette dolls and clowns together, that's creepy. I asked my mum if I could keep it. It was completely just left there alone. My mum said it was fine. By the time we leave, no one retrieves it, then we can take it. And no one did. So I took it with us home. I hung it from the cabinet above the TV in my room. I didn't have any siblings yet, it was just myself and my parents. And for some reason, when I sleep, I felt like I was being watched. I had some nightmares too. Then one morning, I found the clown marionette half off the cabinet, like someone had moved it. I didn't think too much of it. I played with it often, but then I decreased playtime because I had a weird feeling. I then woke up one morning and it just wasn't there. I asked my parents if they moved it. They both said no. We looked everywhere and it was nowhere to be found. I'll never forget that clown. But yeah, it was creepy. So it just disappeared. It was just gone forever. I wonder what child ended up with it after that. Jinx Cat 777 has a good one. I'm assuming, just by the first line. Well, I own a haunted doll. She was given to me by my crackhead mother, who at best came by once a year with a buttload of cheap presents. My mother gave me this doll with 3 others. The strange part was that the haunted one was the only one in good shape. The others were all trashed. So as the best of the collection, I put her up on a shelf for others to see. At night she would be gone, or staring at me. I wasn't all that freaked out because I've been dealing with the paranormal all my life. Okay, lovely. But that is a different story for a different time. Well, I moved and I took her with me. You can't burn a haunted doll, it just makes things worse. Plus, she wasn't violent. She freaked out my boyfriend, so we put her in a storage unit. My boyfriend went back to the storage unit and she moved all the way to the back on top of a stack of boxes. One that you would have had to use a small ladder to get to, mind you. He went, got her, and put her back in the front of the unit. Why did he put her in the front of the unit? Why would you not want her just at the back? Anyway, a few days, Patterns was in the back again. Patterns? So we got her, put a nail through her stomach to keep her at the front. The next day, he has to go back to the storage unit, and she was in the place he put her, but the nail and hole were not in her anymore. The nail was still through the board though. We left her alone for a while, and I ended up wanting to find her, and now she's gone. We're still trying to find her. Okay, so he went in, he kept moving her to the front of the storage unit. And when she kept moving to the back, he then nailed her to a board to try and keep her there. And that didn't stop it. And then she just disappeared. Stop it. That is absolutely horrifying. Okay, well, that was a short thread. We didn't have too many in that one. But let me know, do you have any stories about paranormal dolls or anything like that? Let me know in the comment section and let's talk about it. See you next time. Bye bye.